Let's start off by mentioning what we all like about lectures. From our standpoint as instructors, it's a pretty easy and controllable format both to plan and to deliver knowledge for our learners. And it helps us to feel pretty sure that the learners are receiving exactly the content we need to deliver. From the learner perspective, lectures let them sit back, listen or pretend to listen, and sometimes take notes about what they are supposed to be learning. Kind of a low-stress way to learn, wouldn't you say? However, I think all of us, instructors and learners, really know that traditional lecture is probably not the best way to learn. In the 1990s, educators began moving away from a teacher-focused model of instruction, like the lecture, to one that was a more learner-focused one, in which both the teacher and the learner were involved in an interactive process. This learner-focused model was designed to engage the learner by having the learners do something during the lecture, such as thinking critically about certain points, questioning concepts, or reflecting on a topic as it pertained to their actual lives. By the way, active learning such as this really isn't such a new thing. Back in 451 BC, Confucius said, "What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand." Combining the use of various senses to engage in our own learning is what we now call active or interactive learning. As the learner-focused model has gained momentum, instructors have learned more about the value of actively engaging their learners in the learning process. Research has demonstrated a number of benefits when learners participate and interact in the learning process, even in lectures, instead of passively taking in information. For example, they show improved critical thinking skills, increased retention of new facts and concepts, an enhanced ability to apply what has been learned, and enhanced interpersonal skills. Hands-on learning and collaborative learning have also proven to lead to higher achievement and personal development. In healthcare education, it is especially critical for learners to learn how to learn and to practice the skills they will need to effectively and efficiently gather, analyze, question, and decide upon new information required for effective patient care. Skill in using both healthcare technologies and digital communication technologies is critical for successful patient-centered healthcare. Active learning techniques, which we will refer to in this module as ALTs, improve learning because learners simultaneously use many of their senses. That improves their retention and recall of the information and leads to more physical and longer-lasting changes in their brains. And when learners are asked to reflect by themselves and with others about how what they are learning pertains to their own lives, that learning becomes even more meaningful. This can increase their motivation to learn more. The focus of education must be on the learners. Active learning requires the involvement of the learner in the learning process. So why not give them opportunities during their educational program to learn and practice professional skills in the same way they will continue to use them once they begin their professional careers? Okay, let me pause because I certainly don't want to lecture you. Please take a moment to type in your responses to a couple of questions about lectures.